Good evening, everyone. My name is Kelly Jessamy, and I'm currently doing my field study at a nonprofit organization, which is a residential facility for people with intellectual disabilities. It's currently my place of employment also. I work in a community-based facility, but I'm doing my internship on campus, which is more of a locked type of facility that deals with, it's still residential where they live there, but it's a lot more intense, and you deal with more intense behaviors than you would in the community-based programs. One of the things that I really love about my experience is I'm learning a lot about the value of clinical, having a solid, educated, skilled clinical team. I mean, I sit in the team meetings, and it's something that I never really realized how in depth the clinical team goes to really make sure that their assessments are on point and that they're up to date with the new theories, and they read articles, they attend trainings. I mean, it's just a lot that goes on that I just really wasn't aware of. One of the things that I find a little challenging is, and it's a personal conflict because I am in operations and I deal a lot with financial aspects and regulatory constraints. So I know that ideally some of the things that we should or could put in place may not be in the best interest from a fiscal standpoint for the organization, or just may not be something that we could actually do. So I find myself trying to be creative and figure out a happy medium. But sometimes it just gets a little frustrating or confusing. One of the other challenges I find is just finding the time to really sit back and reflect on the experience. It's almost like sometimes I feel like I'm working home and then go there, and then I kind of find myself trying to sit back and say, what am I really learning, and how can I be the most effective with this internship? One other thing that I have really learned, and I'm actually ecstatic about, is a lot about DBT therapy, which is dialectical behavioral therapy. I've been working with my client who is a successful participant in DBT, and she uses like diary cards, and she's very familiar with all of the theories. So I feel like I'm learning a lot, particularly in a theory that I've never thought about being effective with people who have a diagnosis of intellectual disabilities or brain injury, because it's a very cognitive-based therapy, and it uses a lot of rational. You have to kind of think through situations and come up with appropriate reactions, but it is so effective with my clients. So it just kind of opened my mind to see that there's other possibilities with therapies, and to kind of don't be afraid to try it with the individual if you think that they would be able to grasp the concept and it could work. Thank you.